loves, and welcome back to my second tutorial. In today's video we're going to be learning how to make this cute envelope mini wallet. So here's the materials you will need before we start this. You're going to be needing a 4mm hook, here 4mm, and then you are going to be needing a needle, darning needle. You're going to be needing stitch markers. And I almost forgot, you will also be needing a 4 medium worst weight yarn, or whatever you guys call it in your area and country. You'll be needing 2 colors of yarn, so a color of your choice and another color of your choice. So 2 colors, because we're going to make the pouch in one color and the little button, the little heart button, in another color. Lastly, this is very important, scissors. Alright, so let's go ahead and start our prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for today. Lord, teach them how to create this cute little envelope wallet through this video. Give them the mindset that they need so they can learn how to do this properly. Lord, we ask you that we may learn how to do ourselves, how to crochet this, and Lord, help us find comfort within you, and Lord, help us find our true selves within you, Lord, and through crocheting. Lord, let me teach these people, if they're beginners, to learn how to do this, Lord. Lord, thank you for absolutely everything you've done, and we pray in Jesus' name, amen. Amen. Here's a little note. So you are allowed to sell the finished product as long as you credit me, but keep it in small quantities and no mass manufacturing allowed. Thank you for understanding. Let's start this video. Alright, so I'm going to be making these in these colors. So I'm going to remake this in the same color. And if you just want the pattern, I'll link it down in the description box, my Instagram, because my pattern will be posted on Instagram. This is just a complimentary. If you guys don't know the patterns yet and you just want a tutorial, I'll be making this. So if you're an advanced crocheter, you can just go to my Instagram for the pattern. So anyways, let's start with round 1. So we're gonna do a slip knot. So I'll teach you how to do a slip knot. There's many ways to do it, but I like to do it this way. So again, this is the same thing as in my peppermint crochet coaster video. So we're just going to twist our yarn. So let me repeat that again. Twist our yarn, grab that yarn, fold it here, and you see right here, this little loop right here, you're gonna grab it. Let me show it. So you grab it, okay, you grab it and you pull it, and that is how you make your slip knot. So let's put our hook through here, and you're going to pull your working tail. So your working tail is the one attached to the colored yarn, and the yarn tail is a tail that is not attached to the yarn. So you're going to pull this a little bit tight, but make sure you have a little hole right there, because you don't want to make it too tight, and then it's hard to like put your stitches through here. So you can see the difference. It's hard to well, I just got it, but like if it could be different for everyone. So when you try to make your stitch, it's gonna be like that. So we're gonna chain 20. So how we chain is yarn over and pull through that loop to the loop on our hook. And that is the very first chain. So those 2 loops, as you can see, like right here, this side of the loop is the loop and the other side is a loop, and both of that together makes a V. So again, yarn over We are not going to yarn over like that, because this is what happens when you do it. It just becomes very twisted. So we're going to yarn over, pull through. So we have 2 chains, and we need to make 18 more. So yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. So how to count is by the V's. So let me just show you. Over this side is a V, like these two together is a V. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So far we have made 8. So make sure you always count so you have the correct stitch count. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through another one, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. I'll meet you guys when I am at 20. Okay guys, I'm at 20. And to first start our round, we gotta chain 2 more, because that's gonna be the height for our double crochet. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. So in total, you should have 22. So we're gonna yarn over, and we're gonna go 2 chains down. So the chain right here, that the V's that you see, that's on below the loop, that's 1 chain, and then we're gonna skip a chain, and then we're gonna skip another one. So on our 3rd chain, we should put our double crochet in there. So 1, 2, 3. So we yarn over, poke our hook through here, yarn over, pull through. Make sure it's even, your loops, they're not like too slanted, or they're just even. Yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through the other 2. And you have made your very first double crochet. So we're gonna put our stitch marker in here. So where do we put our stitch marker? Well, first let's make a big loop. And we're gonna turn our project facing towards us. And if you can see right here, let me just get rid of that loop so you guys can see. Over here is the back loop. Over here is the front loop. And together makes a stitch. So we do not go from the one before, because that's a chain. So we're gonna put the one below our loop. So this is our loop, and we're gonna go the one below it. So we're gonna put our stitch marker in there. So I see a lot of people, they do like this, like they only do it in the front or the back loops, but we want to go through both. Alright, so we're gonna yarn over, and you see that big like extended loop that we already put our double crochet to? We're gonna skip that and go through the next one. So another double crochet. So yarn over, hook our hook through here, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. You have made your second double crochet. So we're gonna yarn over, poke a hook through the next stitch. So I see a lot of people, they go like through the bottom, like the bottom here, but we want to go through this, like the top of the loop, not through the bottom or through both, the top. So poke our hook through here, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through the other 2. You have made 3 double crochets. I'm going to teach you how to do 2 more, and then we're going to go all the way across. Yarn over, go through the next stitch, poke your hook through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through the other 2. Yarn over, go through the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through the other 2. You have made 5 double crochets, and we need to go all the way across. So in total, before we go to the very last chain, you have to make 19 double crochets. So I'll meet you guys when I'm over there. Done 19 double crochets. So to know if you have 19 and you didn't do like an increase or like any, or if you didn't like miss or add a stitch, so we're gonna start by our stitch marker. So again, like I just mentioned, these are V's. So we call them a V because they're in a V shape. So that's a stitch when it's a V. And we're gonna count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 18, 19. So make sure your total stitch count is 19. If you have 18 or less, then that means you missed a stitch. And if you have 20 or 21, like over 19, then that means you have added a stitch. So if you like added an extra stitch, I'm going to teach you how to undo your work. So you grab this, you grab your working ball of yarn, your working tail, working strand of yarn. You're not going to pull it too fast or else it's going to accidentally undo everything. So we're just going to pull it slowly. So if you added like any extras, you can just go and undo your work. Alright, so let me go back. Alright, so our last chain, we're gonna do 3 double crochets in that same exact chain. So yarn over, poke your hook through the very last chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through the other 2. We're going to yarn over again, go through the exact same stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through the other 2. We have made 2, so we're going to make 1 more. Yarn over, poke your hook through the same stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through the other 2. And that's going to be like our turning point because we're going to go through this way to make like the oval shape of a pouch. So we're going to turn our work and we're going to start working on these loops that's below our double crochets. So we're gonna make 19 double crochets in total. So I'm gonna be using a smaller hook size because that little spot right there, I did it too tight. So yarn over, poke your hook to the next to the slip knot, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through the other 2. And I'm going to continue back to my original hook size. So we have made 1 double crochet to the chains. So we're going to continue along the side. So we're going to yarn over, poke our hook through here, sorry if my finger is covering it. So you're gonna make your next stitch right here. So yarn over, poke your hook through here. This might be the tough bit, but I believe in everyone. So yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through the other 2. And now this is completely optional. You can weave in your ends as you go. So this is what I mean by that. So yarn over, just poke it through, and you're gonna put your yarn tail through here. Then you're gonna yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through the other 2. So put in your yarn tail and weave in as you go. But for me, most of the times I just forget to do that. So yeah, as you can see right here, it's a little thing, but no one's gonna really look through from the inside, so that's all right. So yarn over, poke your hook through the next stitch. So right here, right here. Okay, yarn over. Oh no, I got stuck in there. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through the other 2. Then we're going to yarn over again, go through the next stitch, poke it through. So another way you can do it is go through under the double crochets, but I like to just go through here. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through the other 2. So I'm going to teach you how to do it one more time, and then I'll meet you at the very last one. Yarn over, poke it through here, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through the other 2. So I'll meet you guys when I'm at the end. Okay, so I'm on my very last stitch, and again, to double check, count from here and back. So as we can see, the chain the double crochet 3 is here. So 1 2 3, 1 2 3, and we're gonna start from over here. So count from where my needle is at to here on your last stitch. So your last stitch should be right over here. So these are the chain 2, where those do not count as a stitch. The last loop should be right there. So count right here, and then all the way over here. So if you have less, you have to undo it and go back until you reach 19, or if you add 1 extra, you're just gonna undo it like I showed before. All right, so I'm just gonna count. So 1 2 3 4 18. Oh, I have 1 stitch left, so I'm gonna have to go back. I'll meet you guys when I get the correct stitch. Alright, I am back. I have the stitch count of 19. So on our very last stitch, our very last loop, make sure it's not the chain 2, because the chain 2 does not count as a stitch. So we're gonna yarn over, poke our hook through here, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through the other 2. And then we're gonna do an increase. So an increase is 2 in 1 stitch. So we're gonna do a double crochet increase. So we already did 1, yarn over, poke it through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through the other 2. I hope that was easy to follow along. Now we're going to do a slip stitch. So where our stitch marker is at, you're going to poke your hook in here, yarn over, pull through, and the loop on your hook, you're going to pull it through the loop on your other side of the loop. And I cannot stress this enough, you must tighten it. So hold your finger here and then pull this down and pull this up like this. I cannot stress this enough, you have to tighten it or you might mistake it as a stitch. And ta-da! You've made round 1! Alright, so let me just thread it through. That's why I recommend you grow your natural nails, so that way you can just grab it. So let me just show you. You see that's like poking out. We're just gonna grab it through, because if you have short nails, it's just gonna be a lot more harder. So let's just make a big loop. And it doesn't matter which loop it goes through, just go through any loop, but make sure it's not like visible through the outside. So I'm just gonna thread it through here, the bottom of the double crochets. Oh no, you can see from there. Okay, so plan B, I'm gonna go through behind these. And make sure you pull it and it doesn't become like a shape like that. I'm not going to weave it too long, so I'm going to skip a stitch and I'm going to go through here. So I'm going to skip it so I don't accidentally undo it. I'm just going to add an extra secure. And that's why I recommend you stretch it before you do that, so yeah. Alright, so we're just going to cut it and perfect. So let's go back. Put our hook through the loop, then we just pull it to make it tight. Alright, we're gonna chain 2. So you might be familiar with this from our peppermint coaster crochet tutorials. So we're just gonna yarn over, pull it through, and we're going to yarn over, pull through again, so that you have a chain 2. That's the height for your double crochet and it does not count as a stitch. So please don't forget about that. So all around we're just gonna put simple double crochets. So we're gonna yarn over, and you see that stitch where our stitch marker is at, and if your stitch marker isn't there, just look through this stitch that is visible, because that's where we did our slip stitch. So poke our hook through here, the one next to our chains, poke it through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through the other 2. And that's how you do your double crochet. I'm going to teach you to do 3 more because it's really repetitive. So I'm going to teach you 3 more. But first, let me teach you how to identify stitches again. So the stitch that is below our loop, that is our double crochet. So we're going to take our stitch marker and we're going to put our stitch marker through here like we did in our round 1. So let me teach you how to do it for 3 more times, and then I'm just going to meet you all around. Yarn over, pull through, poke it through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through the other 2. And go again, yarn over, go through the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through the other 2. And then I'm going to teach you again one more time, yarn over, poke it through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through the other 2. Sorry if I'm going a little too fast. And if you need to repeat that, you repeat the video, you can just rewind it a little bit. And in total, you should have 43 double crochets. So I'll meet you when we're about to end our work. I said I'll meet you guys when I'm about to finish, but I wanted to teach you guys on this very part where it kind of curves. So simple. We're just gonna do a double crochet in each stitch. So I'll teach you. So yarn over, poke your hook through the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through two, and yarn over, pull through the other two. The next stitch, so yarn over, poke it through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through two, and yarn over, pull through the other two. Yarn over, poke it through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through two, and yarn over, pull through the other two. And then we're gonna yarn over, poke your hook through the next one, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through two, and yarn over, pull through the other two. And we're going to continue to the next one. Yarn over, poke it through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through two, and yarn over, pull through the other two. And then we're going to continue all the way along, and I'll meet you guys when I'm at the end. Alright, I'm at the very last two stitches. So yarn over, poke a hook through here, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through two, and yarn over, pull through the other two. Yarn over, poke a hook through here, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through two, and yarn over, pull through the other two. Make sure you do not, this is our slip stitch, so when it's hard to like poke your hook through, but that's because it's a slip stitch. And do not poke your hook through any of these chains. Those do not count as a stitch. I cannot stress this enough. Alright, so let's do a slip stitch over here where our stitch marker is at. Yarn over, pull through, and pull your loop from the left to pull it through the loop on your right, and tighten it. And you have completed round two. So when it's starting to fold like this, you're just gonna poke it. You're just gonna like switch it like inside out, but it's not really inside out because, as you can tell, let me just make a big loop. The cleaner side is the right side. The bumpy side is the wrong side. So we want our pouch to look clean. So we're gonna face it, the bumpy side inside and the clean side outside. So let's do a chain two, and I'm gonna teach you how to do it again for round three, because round three is basically the same thing as round two, basically. So chain two, you want yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through the other two. Pull through. Yarn over, poke your hook through here where our stitch marker is at. And if you don't know, if you took away your stitch marker, it's right next to the slip stitch right here. Poke it through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through two, and yarn over, pull through the other two. I'm gonna teach you how to identify stitches one more time. So over here where our loop is at, our loop is over here and our stitch is over here. So we're gonna put our stitch marker in there. So alright, so let's poke our hook through here. I'm going to teach you how to do it one more time, and then I'm going to continue through the other side. So let me just give you a basic rundown of the idea. So put one double crochet all the way across until the end. So I'm going to teach you how to do a double crochet again, and then after that I'll meet you guys when I'm about to finish, because basically this is just one stitch throughout the whole round. So yarn over, poke your hook through the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through two, and yarn over, pull through the other two. Alright, I'll meet you guys when I'm about to finish round three. Alright, so I have finished, but make sure your slip stitch and your chain two, you just leave it alone. You do nothing with it. Alright, I am done, but make sure that your slip stitch and chain two, you do nothing with them. So I'm going to teach you how to do a slip stitch and chain two, and then I'll meet you, and then we'll explain more further out. So poke your hook through here, yarn over, pull through, and pull through the loop on your left to the loop on your right, and tighten it. Chain 2, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, and then a double crochet. Yarn over, poke your hook on the same stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through the other 2. And then we add a stitch marker. So this is round 4. So this is round 4, and we're going to continue all the way around until we reach round 6. So I'll meet you guys when I'm in round 6. And if you need more help on this, you can rewind the video. So I'll meet you guys when I'm at round 6. I also forgot to mention that every time you finish a round, you use this to keep count of your round. But I can teach you another way. So if you look at here, the middle, let me just grab it. The middle, these 2 are round 1. These 2 are round 2. These 2 are round 3. And we're working on round 4. If that's confusing, just count from here, from the middle up. Sorry if I'm making this more confusing, but that was the whole point of recommending this, so you can keep track of your rounds. I mean, your rows. My bad. My rows. That should be a better explanation. Your rows. Alright, so I did a slip stitch to finish the round, and we are going to work on the flat part. We're going to work on the flat part of this. So, we're going to do a slip stitch, obviously, and then we're going to chain 1 only. And we're going to do this new stitch called a half double crochet. So it's basically like a double crochet, but a little bit smaller. So yarn over, it's the same thing, and then put your stitch into the same, put your hook into the same stitch where we did our slip stitch. Yarn over, pull through, and instead of pulling through 2 and pull through the other 2, we're just gonna yarn over, pull through all these 3 loops. Easy enough. So let's take our stitch marker, and let me teach you how to identify stitches once more. So where your loop is at, under that is your very first stitch. So let's put our stitch marker. So yeah, we have to do 24 half double crochets. So plus this, so there are 23 more to go. So yarn over, poke your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all. Then we're going to yarn over, poke it through the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all. Yarn over, poke it through the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all. I'm going to teach you one more time, and then we're going to continue all the way until we have 24 in total. So yarn over, poke it through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all. I'll meet you guys when I'm at 24. Alright, so I have done 24 half double crochet, so make sure you count from the stitch marker to over here. So we're going to go ahead and chain 1, turn our work, and our very first half double crochet, we are going to do a half double crochet decrease. So I'm going to teach you what that is. So yarn over, poke your hook through the first, your last half double crochet, yarn over, pull through. But we are not going to finish it like we do. We're just going to yarn over, poke our hook through the next stitch, yarn over, pull through. Then we're going to yarn over, pull through all these loops. You have done your half double crochet decrease. So over here we're going to mark it with another stitch marker. Then we are going to go ahead and do 20 half double crochets. So yarn over, poke your hook through the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all. And you're going to do 19 more half double crochets until we reach the other side. we are left with 2 more stitches. So we're going to do our half double crochet decrease. So we're going to yarn over, poke it through the second stitch, yarn over, pull through. Then we're going to yarn over, poke it through where our stitch marker is at, yarn over, pull through, then yarn over, pull through all those loops. And that is how you make your half double crochet decrease. So as you can see, we're going to start making the flap, and then I'll teach you guys how to like do the rest. So we are going to chain 1, turn our work, then we're going to do our half double crochet decrease again. So yarn over, make sure you don't put it where your chain is at, but the one next to your chain. So put it through here, poke it through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, poke it through the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all those loops. Then we're going to grab our stitch marker from this side and put it here. Then we're going to do 18 half double crochets until we reach the end. So make sure you have 18 half double crochets. In the last 2, we're going to do a half double crochet decrease. So let me just teach you how to do it one more time, the half double crochet. So yarn over, poke your hook through here, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all those loops. So do that all across until you have 18. The half double crochet decrease does not count. So make sure you have 18 of those going forward for this round. So I have 18 half double crochets. Now we're going to do a half double crochet decrease. So yarn over, poke a hook through the second stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, poke your hook into the last half double crochet where our stitch marker is at, then yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all of these. And that is how you complete your other row. Alright, so we're going to chain 1, turn our work, and we're going to do a new stitch. So it's called a single crochet. It's so much more easier than the other stitches. So poke your hook to the very first half double crochet decrease. So we're going to do yarn over, pull through, and we're going to do a single crochet decrease. So we're going to poke our hook through the next stitch, the next one, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, only pull through 2, then yarn over, pull through 2. So it's basically like a double crochet, but like different. So we're gonna do a single crochet in the next stitch. So poke it through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. So much more easier. Oh, and I forgot to mention that you have to put your stitch marker in there. I almost forgot. So the stitch behind it is where we put it. So our single crochet decrease. Phew, good thing I caught that in time. So you see that it's starting to fold. So we're gonna do 16 single crochets. So let me teach you how to do a single crochet again. So poke it through the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Poke it through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. There. So we're gonna do 16 of these until we reach the last 2. Alright, so we're gonna do our single crochet decrease again. So poke it through, yarn over, pull through, poke it through, and yarn over, pull through. Alright, so we have 3 loops on our hook. So we're gonna yarn over and only pull through 2. Then we're gonna yarn over and pull through the next 2. And that is how you complete your next row. We're going to do yarn over and pull through. So that we're gonna make a chain 1. Then we're gonna do a single crochet decrease. So poke it through the very first stitch, yarn over, pull through, and poke it through the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through the other 2. Then we're gonna put our stitch marker in there. Alright, so we're gonna do 14 single crochets. So poke it through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. I'm gonna teach you how to do it one more time, and then we're gonna continue until we reach the last 2 stitches. So poke it through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Alright, I'll meet you guys when I'm about to fit. So we're on our last 2. So just make sure you have 14 single crochets. So let's do our single crochet decrease. So poke the hook through the second stitch. Oh, so I did the front loop. Whoops. Make sure you go through both. Yeah, poke it through, yarn over, pull through, poke it through the last stitch where our stitch marker is at, and yarn over, pull through. And then we're going to yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through the other 2. So chain 1, yarn over, pull through, turn our work, and we're going to do a single crochet decrease. Poke it through, yarn over, pull through, and poke your hook through the next stitch, and yarn over, pull through. Yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through the other 2. Now put your stitch marker in there, and basically I think you guys know how to do it. So let's start. Poke it through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Poke it through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Poke it through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. So make sure these are individual stitches. They're not like stuck together. So I'll meet you guys when I finish. All right, let's do our single crochet decrease. So poke it through, yarn over, pull through, poke it through the last stitch, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through the other 2. So as you can see, our pouch, like our little wallet, is starting to form its shape. So if you want the pattern, will be linked in the description box in my Instagram. So let's start with our next round. We are going to chain 1, yarn over, pull through, and we're going to turn our work. Let's do a single crochet decrease. So again, this is so repetitive. I'm just going to go a little bit more quicker. So poke it through, yarn over, pull through, poke it through the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through the other 2. And let's put our stitch marker in here. So we're going to do 10 single crochets. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Poke it through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through the other 2. So make sure these are individual, 10 individual single crochets. Poke it through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Poke it through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through the other 2. And I'll meet you guys when we're gonna do our single crochet decrease. Alright guys, so we're gonna do our single crochet decrease. So poke your hook through here, yarn over, pull through, poke your hook through the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through the other 2. For our chain 1, yarn over, pull through. So we're gonna chain 1, turn our work, and we are going to do 1 single crochet decrease. So poke your hook through the first stitch next to the chain 1, poke it through, yarn over, pull through, then poke your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through the other 2. Do not forget about this. I cannot stress this enough. Make sure your stitch markers are at your very first stitch. Alright, and then we're going to go ahead and do 8 single crochets. So poke it through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Poke it through the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Poke it through the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through the other 2. I'll meet you guys when I have 8. Alright, so we're in our last 2. So we're going to do a single crochet decrease. Poke it through, yarn over, pull through, poke it through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, and pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through the other 2. We're in chain 1, twist our work. We're going to do 1 single crochet decrease. So poke it through, yarn over, pull through, poke it through the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through the other 2. Put your stitch marker at the first one. Then we're going to do 1 single crochet, and then we're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we are going to skip 3 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So the 4th one, we're going to do a slip stitch. and we're gonna pull it through. Make sure you tighten that when you finished. Then we're gonna do a single crochet in the next stitch. Then we're going to do a single crochet decrease. So poke it through, yarn over, pull through, poke it through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through two, oops, and yarn over, pull through the other two. And as you guys can see, we did that chain 4 because that's where we're going to, that's like how you do it to make it like the opening to put our heart button on. So chain 1. We're gonna do a single crochet decrease. So poke it through, yarn over, pull through, and poke it through the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through the other two. Put, and again, I know I've been saying this, but put your stitch marker on your very first stitch. And then we are going to do 4 single crochets on the chain, but this, make sure you don't put a single crochet on the slip stitch. So how we tell is that we look up here. So obviously over here is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. So let me just put my needle on the 4th one. So my needle is right here. That's where we're gonna put our 4th. That's where we're gonna put our single crochet. So make sure it's on the chains and not on the slip stitch. So this might be a little tricky because I did them super tight by accident. And if you can control your tension to be like looser, that would be nice. If you could do that, I recommend you do that. So I'm just gonna use a smaller hook size because I'm trying and I couldn't do it in my other one. So yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. Okay, I'm gonna go through the next one. Oh, let me just do the second one on this one. So make sure it's on the chains. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through two. Poke it through. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through two. Poke it through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through two. And we're going to do a single crochet decrease now. So poke it through, yarn over, pull through, poke it through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through two, and yarn over, pull through the other two. So we're almost done. As you guys can see, we're almost done. So let's continue because we're almost done. We're gonna do a chain one, turn our work, do a single crochet decrease. So poke your hook into the stitch next to the chain one, yarn over, pull through, then poke your hook to the next stitch. Poke your hook to the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through two, and yarn over, pull through the other two. And put your stitch marker right there on the first one. Then do 2 single crochets. So poke it through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through two. Poke it through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through two. Then we're going to do a single crochet decrease. So poke your hook through there, yarn over, pull through, poke your hook through there, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through two, and yarn over, pull through the other two. And this is what it looks like so far. So let's continue with the next round. So chain one, yarn over, pull through. Then we're going to twist our work. And then we're going to do 2 single crochet decreases. So poke it through, yarn over, pull through, poke it through the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through two, and yarn over, pull through the other two. And this time you do not need to put your stitch marker. So poke your hook through here, the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, then poke your hook through the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through two, then yarn over, pull through the other two. Then chain one. So poke your hook through the first one, yarn over, pull through, then poke your hook through the next one, yarn over, pull through, then yarn over, pull through two, and yarn over, pull through the other two. Perfect. Now we have finished the flap, as you can see. So we're gonna make a very big loop. a very big one. Maybe like, maybe around it once. Yeah, around it once will be good. So let's just cut it and pull it. Then you have completed the body. But now, as you guys can see, we have like these stitches, and over here it doesn't look very clean. I'm going to teach you how to do a single crochet border. So let's go ahead and go here. Poke our hook through here where our, so as you can see, our stitches right here, then the chain 2, and then we go over here. So if you guys don't know how to do a slip knot, go to the beginning part, but I'm going to do this very quickly. So put our hook through here, tighten it, and pull through. Then we're going to chain 1 and poke our hook into the same stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. And then, yeah, and let me just tell you something. In total, I have 35 single crochets for the borders, but you can add as many as you like for this. But a little tip, if it's like curling too much, like too much, like curling, that means you have too many stitches. But if it's like tight, you have less stitches. So just try experimenting with this to see how this work out. So let me just teach you how to do a single crochet border. So go through the next one. As you can see where our half double crochet decrease is at, we're going to poke it through the top. And then we're going to go through the next one. And make sure, this is very important, that your yarn tail's over, like over this. So that way you can hide it in as you go. And then obviously, as you can see, the chain 2, I think, you just poke it through the middle, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. And I'll come back to you guys when I'm about to go here to the top. So we're at the top. So we're just gonna poke it through here, the very top, like where we did our chain 1. We're just gonna do a single crochet in there. And then we're going to go ahead and do 3 single crochets in there. So that's 1, this is 2, and this is 3. And then we move on to the next one. So you continue down. So let me just show you again. But make sure these yarn tails, you hide them in as you go. So poke it through the next one, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. So make sure you hide them in as you go. So I'll meet you guys when I'm at the end. Okay, then in the last stitch, we're going to do a slip stitch in that stitch. Tighten it, and then when you have the long tail, just cut it. Just first cut the yarn long tail you got from the top. Just cut that first. Then stretch it, and then go ahead and chain 1, then make a big loop. So this is good enough. Then pull your yarn tail, and that's how you do it. Now I'm going to teach you how to do the heart. I have decided to use this, I was going to use black yarn, but you cannot really see the stitches that good, so I'm going to use teal yarn. So this is going to require a different technique on how to do it. So to do a magic ring, we just slide our yarn in our point, and in the next to the middle finger. Then we're gonna yarn over twice, so like a parallel, I don't know how to pronounce that, two lines, and then we're just going to make an X shape in the bottom and hold it with our thumb. Then we're just gonna slide our hook through the bottom, then on top, grab it, because as you can see right there, there's just like a little like thing. That's what it's meant for, to cut the loop. Then you grab it, pull it, then twist it counterclockwise, if that's how people call it. Then grab, if you can see that loop that's right there, grab it, yarn over it, and pull through. And that's how you make your magic ring. You can repeat that if the video, if you're still confused. So we're going to do 3 half double crochets. So it's basically what we did over here, but instead of a half double crochet decrease, it's a half double crochet. So yarn over, poke your hook under the magic ring, and do not forget to poke it under a yarn tail. So poke it through both, then yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all of them. You don't need a stitch marker for this necessarily. So we're going to do it 2 times again. So we're going to do it 2 more times. Yarn over, poke it through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all of them. Then we're going to yarn over, poke it through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all of these. And then we're going to do 3 single crochets. So poke your hook through the ring. Make sure this is caught on the hook as well. So yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Then we're going to do 2 more of this. Poke it through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Then poke it through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. You have made 3. Now we're going to do a chain 1, and then we are going to do 3 single crochets. So basically a reverse. Poke it through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. And then we're going to do it again. Yarn over, poke it through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Then we're going to do another one, the last one. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Then we're going to do 3 half double crochets. So yarn over, poke it through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all of them. Then yarn over, poke it through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all of these. Then let me check. So we need to make 1 more. So yarn over, poke it through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both. And then we're going to do a chain 2. 1 and 2. Then a slip stitch. Yarn over, poke it through, yarn over. So let me repeat that again, because I don't think we mentioned too much about the slip knot in this video. So poke it through the ring, yarn over, pull through, and pull through the loop on your left to the loop on your right. Then we tighten our magic ring. That's exactly how you make your heart. It looks like that. So let's make a big loop because we're going to sew it in. So a big one. Make sure it's very big. So let's grab our needle, and we are going to sew in the magic ring loop first. So grab the end, not the big one, but the small one. So thread it through and just weave in basically. Alright, now we're gonna go to a little bit of the hard part, but I believe that you guys can do it. And you obviously can use hot glue for that, but I just prefer sewing. Actually, I just prefer gluing most of this stuff, but sewing makes it like it's gonna make it easy to like fold it and like close it in. So sew your heart to the back, so the wrong side should be the bumpy side. So poke it through here and go through the middle, and then we're gonna pull it. And then we're going to start sewing. So on the 4th row, let's identify it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So the 4th one is over here. So let me just put it here. So where does our thing go? So it goes right over here. So put your needle in here and go and make sure it aligns with the 4th row. Okay, so here, the middle of the 4, we're gonna put it on those the middle in here. So grab our project. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're gonna go here in the bottom of the double crochet and poke it through. Make sure you don't sew everything like that, because then you cannot really open it. because if you sew in everything, it's not gonna close. So only sew in the middle. So basically just sew in the middle part, but leave the outer parts unsewed. So then we go back over here, and then we're gonna sew in like all around. Okay. Then we're gonna continue all the way around. But again, you can just glue it if you like, but I just highly really recommend sewing. And go back in here. So we did our knot. So if you don't know how to do a knot, just recommend searching it up again on YouTube. So we just cut our yarn and poof. We have our thing. Now we just gotta weave in this end. So I'm just gonna use my hook for this. So let's fold it inside out. And then, actually I'm not gonna use my hook, I'm gonna use my needle. So again, basically through any loops you can possibly get your hook into. And I'll meet you guys when I'm done. Then we fold it back inside out. And you have completed your envelope pouch. Oh mine's is coming apart, but it's okay. That's why I highly recommend like sewing it very good. Like sew it in a very good part. So yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So yeah, we have finished. I hope you guys enjoyed this Valentine's Day tutorial. So you can make this as a gift or you can make it for yourself. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope you guys have a very blessed day. And don't forget to tag me on YouTube or Instagram or any social media platform, so that way I can see your work. So I hope you guys have a blessed day. God bless you, brothers and sisters, and have a blessed day.